Ivanka Trump observes her Jewish faith, ditching her usual style in favor of a modest black and navy outfit in Fascinator, as she and husband Jared join her father in Tel Aviv. Ivanka Trump traded her typical floral frocks for a modest black and navy ensemble while visiting Israel during her father's first international tour as president, showing respect for her Jewish faith and its strict dress codes. The 35-year-old first daughter donned a black and navy long-sleeve, high-neck top and a navy pleated skirt by Cédric Charlier, as she and her husband Jared Kushner, 36, watched the arrival ceremony for President Donald Trump at Ben Gurion International Airport in Tel Aviv on Monday. In keeping with the dress codes of her Jewish faith, the former businesswoman wore dark colors, sporting a longer hemline that grazed her calves, a marked difference from the thigh-skimming dresses she has been pictured wearing in recent weeks. The first daughter also kept her head covered with a navy fascinator and wore a pair of simple black pumps from her own eponymous fashion line. Ivanka converted to Judaism in 2009 when she married Jared, who comes from an Orthodox family. She accessorized her outfit with a black clutch and had her hair pulled back in an elegant chignon at the nape of her neck. The mother of three complimented her husband, who sported a navy suit, and they both wore similar black-framed sunglasses as they stood alongside National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer, and White House Chief Economic Advisor Gary Cohn ahead of Trump's arrival. The couple was later photographed attending a press conference at the president's residence in Jerusalem. They then joined President Trump and First Lady Melania on visits to the Church of Holy Sepulchre and the Western Wall, the holiest prayer site in Judaism. Ivanka and Melania were both photographed touching the wall, although the First Lady wore an all-white skirt suit with bright red shoes and, unlike her stepdaughter, opted not to cover her hair for the visit. Earlier in the day, Ivanka expressed her excitement about visiting Israel following what she called an amazing and historic trip to Saudi Arabia. The first daughter took to social media to post a picture of her father delivering a speech as she sits behind him. "We had an amazing and historic visit in Saudi Arabia. I am excited to continue our trip in Israel," she captioned the image. Trump's eldest daughter will be with her dad for 6 of the 9 days of the trip, which started in Saudi Arabia. On Sunday, Ivanka said that ultra-conservative country has made encouraging progress in empowering women, but more freedom is needed. Saudi Arabia's progress, especially in recent years, is very encouraging, Ivanka told a group of Saudi women she met in Riyadh, while accompanying her father on a visit to the Muslim kingdom. But there's still a lot of work to be done, and freedoms and opportunities to continue to fight for, added Ivanka, who serves as an advisor to her father. Around the world, women continue to achieve unprecedented levels of rights and freedoms. "Today you all stand on the front lines of the fight for gender equality," she told a roundtable of women led by Princess Rima bint Bandar, deputy president of the Women's Sports Authority. Ivanka played a prominent role Sunday in Saudi Arabia, leading a morning roundtable, attending her father's speech on terrorism, touring a new anti-terror center, and then subbing in for the American president at an evening forum on social media. There she talked about the great Saudi entrepreneurs she had met throughout the day and marveled that the Global Center for Combating Extremist Ideology was built in just 30 days. "That is entrepreneurialism," she cheered. "And I may need to borrow those contractors for our next construction project, maybe infrastructure." It was incredibly impressive, and the message was very meaningful. At the morning event, Princess Rima said she had previously met Ivanka because they both had life in retail. Ivanka stepped away from running her clothing brand and from an executive role at the Trump Organization before she joined her father's administration as an unpaid advisor. She still owns the brand, which could be boosted by her high-profile stint at the White House. "That life in retail took us through the various journeys and exposed us actually to what other women's experiences in the workplace are," Princess Rima said of Ivanka. From that, in the application of her experience and knowledge there, she's gone to really be an advocate for women. Saudi Arabia, which applies a strict form of Sunni Islam, imposes many restrictions on women, and it is the only country where they are not allowed to drive. When in public, women in Saudi Arabia are expected to cover from head to toe. Both Ivanka and Melania declined to cover their heads during Trump's first visit to the kingdom, despite the president's previous criticism of former First Lady Michelle Obama, who also refused to don a headscarf. On Sunday, Ivanka chose to wear a very modest baby blue Escada pantsuit, perhaps channeling her father's former political rival, ex-Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Melania wore pants, wearing a black and white ensemble, complete with a pussy bow, a favorite look for the former model. Riyadh has pledged a program of social and economic reforms as part of the ambitious Vision 2030 strategy launched last year. A royal decree earlier this month reportedly stipulated that women are no longer required to obtain a male guardian's consent to carry out certain activities. In February, a Saudi woman was appointed to head the Saudi stock exchange, Tadawul, while another was appointed as head of the major bank Samba. The stories of Saudi women, such as yourselves, catalyzing change, inspire me to believe in the possibility of global women's empowerment, Ivanka said. Ivanka is also expected to travel with his father to Italy, where she will take part in a discussion about human trafficking in Rome with the community of Sant'Egidio, an aid group with ties to the Vatican. She will also take part in a meeting with the Pope.